Over to you.
Okay, so that's exactly right what Willis just said. We've been hearing all types of stories, you know, in the media and such. Crazy sex parties are happening. Young people are out of control. So we're trying to see what people actually do for fun and whether responsible fun is an actual thing. I have a couple panelists joining me here to have that discussion. So Winnie Waithera, who is a student at JKUAT, welcome to the show. Yeah. Next to her is Kevin Maina, who is a stockbroker. Welcome to 10 over 10. And finally, we have Kerry Kagiri, who is a performing artist. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Is responsible fun a thing? Like, are people actually doing that, or have we all become ratchets and attending these crazy Project X parties and all these other exclusive parties that we hear being started in the WhatsApp groups? I mean, you know what people are saying. Is this true or not? Who wants to? I want you to go first, Winnie.
Well, Joey, when you talk of fun, how many times does responsible actually ring through your head?
Not a lot.
Close to never, you know. So you're like, well, I'm having fun, so why not just have fun and just go all the way?
What is fun to you? What do you do for fun?
You mean me as a student in campus?
Yes.
It means going, basically drinking is the one-on-one everyday life. Then there's...
She's being honest. And we keep it real here, so...
And then we have the... It depends on where you go to school. So we have this crazy house parties. I mean, when you hear of a house party, you know exactly what you're going to. You know exactly what you're supposed to wear. And that means pretty much showing like 70% skin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 70% skin.
Yeah.
Clapping for that. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So Kevin, I'm going to move over to you. What do you describe as fun?
I mean, fun could be anything, really, yeah? So, first of all, people think like fun is for the youth, for teenagers. No, fun is for everyone. I mean, my mom can have fun, you know? And no one said drinking is bad. I mean, Jesus took some wine, didn't he? So, we're not taking it's a more refined form of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having a little vodka on a Friday night like today.
Like today.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to these parties, though, where here, you know, things really go down, all types, these sex parties, exclusive things, where, you know, there's drugs in certain rooms, sex in certain rooms? Because I hear that happens. Has any one of you ever been to such a party? You can tell me if you left, too, if you went and were like, ah.
So, yeah, I think I've been to one that I've seen things happening, yeah? The recent case was the Masaku Sevens, even just before the Project X.
Sure.
I've been to Masaku Sevens. I mean, rugby took me there. My friends took me there. A little fun after the rugby. I mean, it's not bad, yeah. We saw the pictures. Yeah. But I mean, how many pictures did you see?
I saw them on some blog. It was
on some blog, and you saw like, I think,
ratchet.
4 or 5 chicks, and everyone just judges, oh, this is ratchet, people are having a sex party. No. How many people attended rugby sevens?
A lot.
Thousands.
Yeah.
What are the others doing? Some after that.
Drinking.
Yeah, some were drinking responsibly, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, some went for house parties after that. Some were touring machacos. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having some fun. In life, I believe you have to tick some of those boxes, yeah? If you want to show 70% skin, tick that box. Don't do this when you're 40, when you're 80, rather, yeah?
Okay, so that's the argument, Kerry, is that we're young and we're wild and we're free, and this is what is supposed to happen when you're, you know, 18, 19, 20, early 20s or whatever. Do you agree with that?
I feel that there's so much to life. There is the drinking, the partying. I'd never judge you for that, but there's so much you can do with your life. I feel like you only live once means that you should do more of building yourself than you only die once, that is drinking yourself silly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's both ways. And Waithera said something very interesting, that how many times do you put responsible before fun? Because when you go all out, you go all out. I mean, what's the point? Yeah. But everything has a consequence.
Yeah.
That's a reality. When you sit back, and I've made so many mistakes, if I was to tell you, but I sit back and I'm like, where do I start from? You know, recollecting. And people will take pictures of you today, and you're a mommy, and it'll pop up, and the kid will be like, Mommy, is this you? And you're like, no, that is Auntie Jerry.
But don't you think that's a normal phase of being young, is making all those mistakes and going to all those crazy parties and learning what it is that you want to do and what you don't want to do?
I feel that there's much more than partying. You can learn what you want to do by trying out classes, by doing more interesting stuff, like finding out what your talent is. Like some of us, let me not say some of you, some of us don't even know what we want to do in our lives in the future. Like we're just there, we're like, yeah, we're going for Project X, we're going for Project Y, we're going for Project Z. And then, what do you want to be? Now that you're grown up, not when you grow up, now that you're grown up, you're still asking your mom for money, you can't help your mom change a bulb. I mean, it's sad. Yeah. For me, it's sad.
Do you think that society judges young people too harshly?
I do. I actually
Everyone
do.
said yes behind her, by the way.
It's true. You mean someone can actually just look at me, and this happens almost all the
when
time.
you're in 70% skin.
Yes, it's that. But people really judge you. Actually, someone can come to you and they're like, oh, she's just a pretty face. But, Kagiri, it's not that I want to fight you, but really, I'm in my 20s, right? So am I supposed to wait until I'm 40 to be like, now that I have the money, let me go out to clubs? No. So, what I'm saying is, just because I'm doing what I am going to defend my age and what I'm doing. I'm having fun, right? But I'm not saying I'm dumb. You know, I do know my talents. I do know where I want to be, and I'm actually working at getting there, but it doesn't mean I can't put a little bit of fun on the side.
Well, I just have to get back to you, my love. Listen, everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Like, everything is allowed. You can party, you can turn up, you can go hang, you can do whatever you want. But how does it benefit you at the end of the day? You're saying you're a smart girl. You're in JKUAT. I'm sure you're doing something very interesting there, right?
Yeah.
My mom says this all the time. Danger is plus or minus the opportunity. When you're out there, you're giving everything and everyone the opportunity to do what you want, to do what they want to you. So you're exposing yourself to so much danger. And it just really saddens me. I think there are these people who've never gone to the club even once. Then that one day they check in, there's a bottle that's just flying and it lands on them and they die. And there are people who have partied and turned up like me, and God just had mercy on me. And he's like, you know what, baby, I'm going to save you. I'm going to heal you. I'm going to get you to be a preacher. You know, I'm going to get you to be a teacher. And let me just say, don't expose yourself to that kind of a thing. Danger is plus or minus opportunity.
Let me ask you this, Kevin.
Yes.
We take away the partying, we take away the drinking. What is left? What is left for us to responsibly go out and do on a Friday or a Saturday night like today? Family, okay.
I mean, we are talking about the young people, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm mid-20s, and I think I'm the oldest here. So you're going to what family at home on a Friday?
What family are you going to? Mom and dad?
Mom and dad. You've been with mom and dad on Monday to Friday. I mean, you're with them. It's not like when you go out on Fridays. You're still coming back to mom and dad, yeah? Let's do this, yeah? Kagiri, sorry, I really like you, but you can't say, you're sitting on the fence. So she's saying you can't have, like, moderate drinking, yeah? At the same time, you said you've gone out and God had mercy on you, and you turned up well. So, I mean, she's on the fence.
I'm not, okay, get me right.
Yes.
I'm saying, I gave you an example, an illustration of something that actually happened. Of this guy who had never, ever been to a club. Like, you know that cool guy with glasses and that choppy and is hot and the geek. And the first day, he exposed himself to that kind of danger. And I think I came here to pour out myself. And I've made mistakes. And I think that's why I've been called to this show.
Right.
Because I'm open about my life. And I love to inspire young girls and just tell them, you know what? It's not a must. It's cool, it's fun,
so
but it's not
that
necessary.
Is my question again. Nobody has answered my question.
Uh-huh.
We take away the partying and the drinking. What is responsible fun in Kenya 2016 right this moment?
Movie nights.
Yeah.
Game nights. You literally come together and just have a good time. What else, guys? Kesha. Yeah. I like that.
Now we're talking. Yes. Do you guys do these things or you're just saying them? You do these things. It's good. It's encouraging.
Joy,
yes.
Let me be a devil's advocate here, yeah?
Okay, go ahead.
I think the reason I was called to this show is I was in JKUAT like she is, yeah? I think that's where we even met.
Partied together over there?
Did I hear someone say Juja Boys? No. No,
No,
it's mixed, by the way, it's mixed, FYI. So here's the thing, I was in JKUAT. I pursued a Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science, yeah?
Wow.
I graduated, I got a job, I'm a stockbroker,
Wow.
I support my parents, I have a loving girlfriend, I have responsible friends, I drink, I do house parties, I do all these things. Did I end up
All
am I a
is
bad guy?
well.
Have you seen me on blogs? But I do
Not
have
yet.
fun. It's not coming, it won't happen. So here's the thing.
We're going to give you a chance to speak again. You've been quiet. What happened?
Yeah, Chagiri, I am here to fight you. Because really, it's like telling me I watch Final Destination and decide I'm never leaving again. You know, it just, things happen, yes, but God can also have mercy on the rest of us, right? Yeah, so I'm not saying that, I mean, ratchetness aside, it doesn't mean that that is all we do, that we're just always ratchet and we're just always out doing really completely
So what are some of
irresponsible
those
stuff.
things that you do that other than...
There's so many events that are not ratchet. There are dance battles nowadays. There are creamy festivals. Have you actually seen the events on Facebook nowadays?
No, I have not.
There is creamy festival. There's color festival. There's the one. Exactly. There's
So
so
the
many
options
festivals.
are there.
They're there, and there's so many, and it doesn't mean, oh yay, we're going to strip and get naked or get really, really drunk. You know, we will have fun at our age, and yes, maybe what my definition of fun could be a bit different from yours and other people, but it doesn't mean that you should just come and judge me simply because I do something different as opposed to you. And yes, we make mistakes, yes. Some of us will get really drunk that we won't even remember how we got there in the first place, but you'll wake up and then pray to God and be like, God,
So God...
let me get home.
So God is
And
the one
clean up.
taking care of us
To God,
here.
yeah.
In the midst of all of our mistakes and our Project X's, people still believe in God.
I feel that it's a bit sad that we're excusing our turn up because of our age. Let me just tell you something. Right now in Kenya, we're letting old guys do crazy stuff in government. Can I tell you something creative we can do? We can sit down and decide how we want to run our country. That would be fun. Because how?
Now we sit down first. We sit down first.
Oh, tukae chini, literally. Oh yeah, tukae chini. But I just feel that kuna so many other things, because you're like, what else can we do? It's like there's nothing to do. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do on ourselves as young ladies. There's so much we need to learn. We need to get mentors. And how do you get a mentor? You literally have to take time to walk up to someone and say, you know what, I like, Joey, I love what you're doing. Can you walk with me? Because Joey has seen life. I mean, she's been in the stage, she's been here, she's done music, she's done video. Umeona mambo. She's acted. I mean, like, literally, there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. You can't say that, take out the drinking, take out the fun, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's you time. How about investing in you time?
So okay, you brought up a point that, you know, we need to experience all these things while we're in our youth. Does that include the X-rated parties that the government is busy banning and all of that we're seeing in the news happening? And the other one was for what? For chicks only, the one that was banned recently. You didn't see? Ilikuwa, it was banned. Yeah, they were saying it was promoting lesbianism and all that. So there's a lot of these parties that are being publicized that the government isn't too happy about. So is that something that you should also, while you're young, might as well just PTR that route?
Okay, Joey, I'm not here to be like, yo, let's all go ratchet. No.
Thank you for the clarification.
Everyone has their limits, right? So just because I'm here and I'm saying I've done this and this and this doesn't mean I will host an OG. And I'm not saying, frankly, people are getting the wrong idea of fun. That is a really honest opinion that is also hard for ourselves to admit. But it's true. A 16-year-old is supposed to be in class reading. Why are you going to an OG? You know, just take your time. You know, and yes, actually, actions do have consequences, and sometimes it's like, sorry, let me overstep a bit. It's like how nowadays campus has just become, it's all about experiencing life, including experiencing everything, sex, drugs, alcohol, sponsors, you know, but I'm pretty sure my parents didn't pay for my fees.
Right.
So I'd go do all that,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So yes, we're doing it, but it doesn't mean that you have the excuse or the permission to just go ahead and do it.
And
so
just go all out.
And the government might be a bit harsh on these parties because honestly sometimes they really don't know what's happening. Just because they hear loud music, they're like, hey, huko, kuna kitu. But really, sometimes they're harsh, but sometimes I guess a little bit of discipline is required.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that you spoke honestly. Kevin, speaking of responsible fun, because that was what the whole conversation about. We're wrapping up this conversation, and I just want you to maybe give us some advice, right? Because you told us your story and how you ended up and all was well with you. So in terms of responsible fun, just some advice for people watching. That balance is very tricky.
All right, quick thing before I get to the advice, yeah? One, there's that power of the unknown. Let's be honest. I didn't know about Project X until it was banned. Until I saw it on social media. And many of us didn't know about Project X until it went viral. Same thing. Many of us didn't know about the movie 50 Shades of Grey until it was banned in Kenya, yeah?
Wolf of Wall Street was banned.
Wolf of Wall Street, which is something I do as a stockbroker. Why would you ban Wolf of Wall Street? I'll want to watch that movie. And many of us have watched. By show of hands, how many have watched 50 Shades of Grey? Wolf of Wall Street?
2 hands over here.
There you go. Everyone has watched it. Why did you watch it? Because it was banned. You want to see what is this that's banned. Then the other thing again, now being on Kagiri's side, yeah? Why follow? They say you follow by example or lead by example. Why follow someone? I mean, create your own path and leave a trail. Don't follow someone else's path. It's not your own. But here's the thing: you can have fun, but plan it out in advance. Yeah. Know who you're going with, where you're going, and how you're going to get back home. I mean, ladies, they go out with 100 bob. Will come back home drunk. If they come back home, you know, I mean, it's all about planning. Plan your life. Know who you're going out with, where you're going, how you're going to get back.
Have a plan.
And if you have to drink, like I have to drink a little, I mean, just don't mix alcohol. Go on a full stomach. Alcohol absorption on a full stomach is slower. I mean, it's just about preparation. Don't mix drugs and alcohol. Do either or. If you have to.
I'm going to wind this up with Kagiri. Final words of advice. We've been talking about the balancing act of being a young person, wanting to experience all that there is to experience, but also thinking about the future a little bit and being a little responsible when you're having fun.
Yeah, I think, first of all, what we struggle with mostly as youth is not knowing who we are and why on earth we are here in the first place. So we have that confusion. And I think the only way you can know who you are, just like how you know how to use a phone or how you know how to use a TV, is by checking the manual. And we were all created by a supreme being, we agree? Yeah. We were created by God, right? God has a manual of our life. And so you have to go back to Him and ask, okay, so I'm Kagiri, what did you make me for? Tell me. And that's by plugging back into the source. If there's anything I've said, listen to that. Everything else cancel, okay? The second thing is, get a mentor, get a discipler, get someone to walk with you. Young girls, young men, you all need someone to walk with you, someone who's older than you, someone who will challenge you, someone who will keep you accountable. Because when you have so much time in your hands, man, we don't know how to use that time. We're just like on YouTube watching makeup videos, my brow games. Thank you. So like we just need to find someone to walk with you in life and walk up to ladies who you look up to. Get someone to journey life with you and plug back to the source. That's the only way you can know what you're doing here and you can know what is responsible, what is not responsible, and what to do. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you to our panelists. You guys have kept it so real, and I loved this discussion. To you at home who's watching, the hashtag is 10over10. If you want to continue that conversation, certainly do that. Of course, we are going to get to Willis.